forgot that I had this scheduled on my community page and everything. I thought it was up there. For some reason, it's not, so I'm not sure why. And I thought I had scheduled it from my laptop because when I schedule it on the laptop, it shows that you're going to be using your webcam and microphone and all of that kind of stuff on there. But I don't know what I was thinking. I ended up scheduling it from my tablet, and so then it's like you're kind of stuck with doing it from the tablet unless you want to just, cancel it and then start a new one, which I didn't really feel like doing. I just thought it's not a big deal. I thought it's been scheduled all week long and that people knew about it, but it's only been scheduled for a couple of hours. So I'm not even sure if anybody's going to show up because no one knew I was doing it really. I mean, I've mentioned it in my live stream on my other channel that I was going to be doing this, but I don't know what happened. Somehow I spaced it or didn't click the right button to actually schedule it or something. So I don't know how this is going to look and sound because I'm not using my Blue Yeti or anything like that. I mean, it's literally just my tablet. But I'm just kind of hanging out anyway. I mean, just because it's an ASMR live stream doesn't mean it has to be all ASMR. I mean, I just, come on here to talk with you and just chat about stuff and throw in some ASMR from time to time. If you want me to try to fix this. I don't know how this looks. I really can't tell. Well, hello, Tan Man. I'm glad you made it. I don't know what happened. I thought this was all scheduled, all week. I thought this was up scheduled for people to know about. It wasn't. And so I'm on my tablet. I'm not on the laptop. So just, oh my gosh. Well, hello there, Kimbo. Nice to see you. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? I'm a little tired. I have been, practicing my skating and stuff like that. So I'm a little tired. Yesterday was kind of tiring. Um, riding my bike all the way into the far end of town to go to that park. And, even though I didn't really skate once I got there and chickened out. But I did do a lot of riding around on my bike and it was really hot. So that was a little draining. Pardon me. I hope this doesn't look terrible because I don't know. I don't know how it looks to you. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't sleep well. I've been sleeping kind of odd lately. It's not that I'm not sleeping well necessarily, but I feel like I keep having weird dreams and stuff like that. So I wake up a lot during the night. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not sleeping well. I don't know. Pardon me. Figures I'd get a frog in my throat. I did make me some tea though, so hopefully it helps. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Kimbo. And sometimes I sleep well and sometimes I don't. This afternoon though, I ended up, actually it was before the afternoon. I got up, I was up for a little while, and then I ended up laying down and going to sleep for a couple of hours. And I mean, it's like, I laid down before noon. So I took an early nap today because I just felt really, really tired and just thought if I don't get some sleep now, I'm going to be wanting to sleep later. And I always get paranoid that I'm going to fall asleep or something late in the afternoon. And then if I have a live stream like this planned, I'm always afraid I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be on. And I'm just waking up. Oh, wow. Well, that sounds like fun. God, I can't even remember the last time I went to a movie. It's been a really long time, years and years since I've been to a movie. It seems like maybe the last movie I went to in the theater was Avatar, the original Avatar. I loved that movie. I went to see it several times in the 3D, the Avatar 3D, because that was just incredible in the movie theater. Amazing. But I think that was the last time that I've been to an actual movie in a movie theater. But that's all right. I actually don't mind watching movies at home because then, it's like I can pause it if I want to. I can fix food, I can have snacks, whatever. Oh, wow. I know I'd really like to see this new one that's come out because I saw the first one and the second one. And I enjoyed both of them. I think I like the first one the best though out of those two. Yeah, I know. I hear like Mary talks about when she and her son goes to the movies and she talks about how expensive it is and I'm just like that is insane. Back when I was younger and I used to go to the movies, I'd go to the dollar theater. So it's like I would pay $1 to see the movie. And then I think at most I spent like $5 buying popcorn, drink, and raisinets because I always had to have raisinets. So I mean, it'd be like $6 to see the movie and have something, snacks and stuff for the movie. It's just gotten ridiculous. I don't know why they charge so much for something like that, especially when everything's going to be on. You can get it on. I don't know. I don't know how they even do movies anymore. I always have DVDs. Oh my God, $80. See, there's just no way. There's no way I would spend that kind of money on a movie. Mm-mm. Especially because if you don't even like the movie, then you're going to be angry that you've wasted all that money. You know what I mean? It's like, no. Oh, brother. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I don't get that. I don't know why anybody would want to go to a movie theater anymore. I mean, it's fine if you're wanting to go do something, for a special thing like a birthday. $8 for a drink. Give me a break. Oh my God. That is just insane. And that drink's going to be leaving your system probably by the time you leave the theater. So it's like, well, there went $8 down the drain. Well, I mean, like I say, I mean, if it's for a birthday or something special, then, you can see maybe, pardon me, justifying, spending more money on something like that. But, just to go for the heck of it or whatever these days, no, it's just insane. It's like, I would love it if there was a skating rink here, but I can't even imagine what it costs to go skating anymore. I know the price of everything has gone up big time. It's just not right. And the thing is, it's like, for a lot of things, it's just because someone decides that it needs to be that much. Because there are things that maybe you can understand, okay, the price has gone up because, you're buying something that had to be imported from another country or something. Yeah, exactly. I mean, certain things, okay, you can kind of justify why the prices might go up, but a lot of things that people raise the prices on, it's like, it's the same thing that you've always had There's nothing special about it. You didn't have to import it from another country or anything. It's, give me a break. Like popcorn. I mean, you can't tell me that they're importing popcorn from another country or something that, oh, well, we got to make sure we can afford to, get this in from wherever, some other country. It's like, no, it's just dumb. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm more happy just to sit at home to watch a movie these days. And I don't even watch movies anymore. I'm telling you, I don't know, I've kind of gotten to where I don't even like watching movies anymore. And I couldn't even tell you what movies are out now. The only reason I even know about Avatar is because somebody mentioned it. I don't even remember where I heard somebody mention it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know there was a new Avatar movie. Because I don't keep up with it. I don't have any interest in movies anymore. I prefer watching YouTube. Yeah, seriously. I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I could pop my own popcorn. See, now you're making me want popcorn. I have some. I could make some, but yeah, that wouldn't necessarily be very ASMR because it'd be loud. I do too. I mean, there's things that anger me about YouTube, but I'm thankful for it because that's where I get all my entertainment. I really prefer to watch documentaries or, people's YouTube channels, talking about true crime and things like that. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think YouTube creators are far more interesting to watch than cable TV or anything, paid stuff that you have to, pay for, like Netflix and all that junk. It's like, I'm just not interested. Oh, brother. All it is spun sugar. I mean, it's like, really? Oh, yeah. No thanks. I think I'll pass. I'll stay home, watch whatever I want on YouTube. I can pause it whenever I like. I could cook a meal while I'm watching it. That's what I end up doing most of the time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I enjoy watching, so many different YouTube channels because I think YouTube creators are far more interesting. I really do. I like, a lot of the stuff that I see is, just everyday people that made a channel, that just has something interesting that they want to talk about. And I like that much better. That's what I'm gonna stick to. But yeah, a lot of times I'll, put on something on YouTube and I'll be in here, cooking my lunch or dinner or whatever, while I'm watching stuff. And I like that. I like that convenience. I can just do my own thing and I don't have to worry about loud people in a movie. That's the other thing that's annoying. When you spend money to go to a movie and then you got some idiot sitting behind you, that's sitting there that's seen the movie already. Hello, Green Rose. Nice to see you. I'm glad you made it. So you got some idiot behind you that's already seen the movie and they're sitting there saying, oh, well, this is what's getting ready to happen next. Oh, well, they're getting ready to do this. And they're going to do this in a minute. Oh, wow. So you know what I mean? It's like they'll sit there and ruin the movie for you because they've already seen it, or they're sitting back there just talking or making a bunch of noise, crinkling their wrappers too loud or crunching too loud, whatever. It's just like, nah. So I hope this looks and sounds okay, y'all, because for anybody like Green Rose, since you just came in, I'm on my tablet. So I don't know. Hopefully you have a decent signal because I'm on the tablet tonight. I know I can't stand that. Every time I've gone to a movie in the past, I always try to go during times that there's like no one there or very few people, and I try to sit far away from other people so that hopefully I don't have to listen to people yapping behind me and stuff, because that is just so rude and annoying. It's like, okay. I know, well, you're making me want that dang popcorn now. Sitting here talking about popcorn, now I'm like, dang, I kind of want some. I really ought to finish off my little bag of Doritos. I know, it's just better to sit off by yourself and not have to deal with people. So Green Rose, let me know if this looks and sounds all right, because yeah, I'm on my tablet instead of my laptop and microphone and all that tonight. No, I love popcorn too. I just don't make it very often. I know. I think more people prefer being at home these days too, because it's just different than going and spending a bunch of money and you don't have as much freedom. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And since I live in Thailand, if I went to a movie here, they probably have subtitles, but it's like the movies, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it here. I think I've been to a movie here. No, I haven't. I haven't seen any movies here. I don't know how it would be, but it'd probably be annoying. I just, I don't think I'd want to do it. Besides, too, when you're at home, you can get all comfy. You can wear like I like to be in my comfortable, like, pajamas. I'm somebody that literally, if I could just wear pajamas all the time, I would. Which for me consists of basically just a comfortable shirt and shorts. But, I want to be comfortable and I don't want to have to sit in those uncomfortable chairs. And then, too, it's like if you have to go to the bathroom, then you have to miss part of the movies to go to the bathroom. And that's annoying. So it's like if you're at home, you can just pause it, do what you need to do, and then come back and you haven't missed anything. Just a much better deal all the way around, I think. Oh, no. Oh, geez. Well, yeah, try to slide the little thing if you can and catch up. I completely somehow forgot to schedule this. I swear I thought I scheduled this thing, and I was on my laptop when I did it, because if you schedule it on like a mobile, you have to do your stream from the mobile, because that's where you scheduled it from. And when I'm on the laptop and schedule it, then it shows that I'm going to be using a webcam and a microphone, and that's why I generally schedule it on the laptop. But I swear I thought I had. But I guess I've been so wrapped up in my skating this past week that I must have thought that I did it and just didn't. I don't know, because I've been so obsessed with skating stuff. Forget to do a lot of things. So yeah, this isn't going to be typical ASMR, y'all. I'm sorry. I wasn't really prepared. I thought I was going to be, but I wasn't. I'm not. I'm just, but it's okay, because I mean, it's like, I'd really rather just kind of hang out and talk anyway, mostly. I mean, I can do some ASMR stuff if somebody wants me to. If I've got something I can do it with. Like, I mean, I can tap on this. Well, good. I'm glad you do, because I enjoy it. Yeah, I did. I never left the house today. I was going to, but it was like raining when I got up this morning. So I was like, well, I guess, I'm not going to be going to try skating outdoors today because it was raining. And it kind of drizzled on and off all day, and I never left. And I'm almost out of ice, which is not good for me because I have to have lots of ice all the time. 'Cause anything I fix to drink, whether it's iced tea or my iced coffee, it's always got to have a ton of ice in it. And then when I make the iced tea, I need a bunch of ice to make it with. So I'm almost out of ice. I should have gone to get some. And I didn't. I thought I had more than I did. Oh, and I did finish off my first bag of the mini eggs, the Cadbury mini eggs. Oh, wow. I know, I do too. I actually do too. I love a thunderstorm. And I didn't really mind so much that it was kind of dreary today because I thought, when it's like this, it's cooler, which is a nice little break. Since we have such hot weather all the time, it's kind of nice once in a while when it's kind of rainy and, just kind of like, eh. And two, it made me feel better about the fact that I chickened out with my skating outdoors yesterday because I thought about it and I thought, if I had skated yesterday out there when I was at the park and really loved it and was like all excited about going to do it again and then got up today and it was raining, I would have been so disappointed. But since I did chicken out and I didn't get all excited about it, I wasn't disappointed. I'm like, well, I'm not really missing out on anything because I didn't really go do it. I mean, I did go to try, but I don't know that I've ever tried the, hello, Leah. I'm glad you made it. I don't know that I've ever tried the chocolate and honey flavor, but I think the original is the one I would want, honestly. I think that would be the one that I would always like the best. There's just something about it. I don't know. And it's interesting because it's like the marshmallows are the only thing that's sweet about that cereal because the actual cereal bits aren't sweet at all. So it's like, you get the sweetness from the marshmallows. But I like it that way. I don't know. I love that cereal. I still haven't decided if I'm going to try to order some from Lazada or not. I mean, I'm thinking I might once in a while, even though it is ridiculously expensive. I mean, it's just insane. But I might do it. Because after having that you sent me, and just remembering just how much I loved it, and being very disappointed once that box was gone, I was like, man, I really think I want to order some. I just can't do it very often because, I mean, I think I figured it was probably around, like, I think it was close to $2.50 per bowl of cereal when I figured it up and did the currency conversion. So it's like almost $3 for a bowl of cereal. So it's kind of a lot, well, not really almost three, but, close enough. I think I've had the Reese's cereal and it was okay, but it wasn't like my favorite. I'll tell you what my favorite cereal is. My very favorite cereal only comes around once a year. You can't get it all year round. Well, at least you couldn't in the past. Now, I don't know if it's changed, but Count Chocula, that comes around at Halloween time. That is my absolute favorite cereal. I love Count Chocula. But, even when I lived in America, I could only get it at at Halloween time because they didn't have it all year round. They only did it then. Oh yeah, I used to like the golden. I think it was golden nuggets, or no, it was golden grams. That's right. I used to like golden grams cereal. Oh no. Oh man. Well, that's terrible, Tan Man. Oh, I hate it when I'm out of milk. That's why I usually end up, it's like once I get down to like half a jug of milk, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm almost out of milk. I better grab some more. So I end up going and buying another jug when I've only got like half, when I'm already, got half of it gone or whatever. I'm not making sense. I know. Yeah, you're going to have to get to the store. I'm almost out of ice, and that's just not good. I've got to get ice. I think I got to get, I need to get a few things actually. But I mostly buy food on an as needed basis because I don't have a lot of room to store food in like the refrigerator. Definitely don't have room in my freezer because my ice takes up the majority of my freezer, so I have very little room in there. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, I can't stand that. Oh, I can't stand that when you're standing in line and somebody gets right up behind you and you can like feel them on you. It's like, excuse me, but you're invading my personal space. Could you back away, please? Oh, good Lord. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. There is no reason. See, and that's about what it is, I think, here for box of Lucky Charms. It's around 20, 25 bucks, something like that. I can't remember exactly. I know, it's just rude. Oscar, he's like ran into the thing and it's shaking. Sorry about that. 25 bucks. Yeah, Fruit Brute. Yeah, the Boo Berry's okay, and the other one that I remember was the now I forgot. It was Boo Berry, Count Chocula, and some other one. I don't remember it being called Fruit Brute. I don't know. Yeah, Frankenberry. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Leah. That's it. Frankenberry. I knew it was something like that. It's like a strawberry or something, but yeah, the Count Chocula was always my favorite. The other ones were all right, but not as good as the Count Chocula. And then I found on Lazada another one that I really like, which is the Cocoa Pebbles. Because, they have Fruity Pebbles and they have Cocoa Pebbles. Well, I like the Cocoa Pebbles. And I kept seeing the Fruity Pebbles on Lazada, but not the Cocoa. I finally found it. And I was really excited. I was really excited when I found it because it was actually reasonably priced. I was like, wow, this is something that I would pay for because it was reasonably priced for what it was. So I was all excited, put two of them in my cart because they were cheap enough that I was like, I'll buy two of them at that price. I go to check out and I'm like, why won't it let me check out? Then I realized this particular store does not do cash on delivery. That's how I always pay because I don't have another way to pay. I'm like, are you serious? And I sent them a message and said, I always pay cash on delivery. And they're like, sorry, we don't offer that. I'm like, well, thanks. Thanks a lot. I was so excited to see about getting some Cocoa Pebbles. But I was thinking about it. I recently bought some of the uh, Cocoa Frosties. It's basically Frosted Flakes, but the cocoa one. Um, I have a bank account, but I can't use it because it's really weird. Banks are weird here. And yeah, they lost business. Exactly. They could have had some money, but oh well. Um, Banks are really weird here. It's like if you need to change something like your phone number or your address, you have to literally go to the exact branch that you opened your account. I don't know. Um, in order to make any changes, you can't do it online. You can't do it over the phone. You have to actually go to the actual branch you opened your account. The account that I opened was in Bangkok, like 12 hours away from where I live now. So I can't go and make any changes. And the bank that I bank with does not, they don't even have a location here where I live. I know, I know, it's really stupid. And they don't even have a bank where I live. So I still would have to go about a good hour and a half at least to get to a location of the bank. So I don't do any banking with them anymore. So yeah, that's why I always do cash on delivery, because it's just easier just to do it that way. So, oh well. Well, that's just it. I can't. That's why I don't have any money in that account. I basically, once I was able to go, it's been several years now when I was able to go to a location that was far away. And I thought, this is just too much of a hassle. I just withdrew all my money and just left it at that. So I said, this is just too much hassle. Because it was a big, huge rigmarole trying to deal with it. And I'm like, forget it. This is just too much trouble. So, but yeah, those people lost business. I mean, most of the places on Lazada do cash on delivery, but every now and then I'll find something that I want to order and I'll go to pay for it, and then I realize at checkout that they don't offer that, and I'm just like, seriously? But I did notice anyway when I had ordered recently some of the Cocoa Frosties, and I was thinking about it when I was eating them, and I thought, this pretty much tastes exactly the same as Cocoa Pebbles, but they're just bigger. Because the Cocoa Pebbles are like really small little pieces of cereal, and the frosted ones, the Cocoa Frosties, are just larger flakes. But it's primarily the same exact thing. So I was like, forget it. I'm not going to worry about that I can't get the Cocoa Pebbles. I'll just order more of the Cocoa Frosties and be done with it. Because they were about the same price anyway. It was about the same. It's okay. It's all right. I mean, I used to eat it once in a while. I'm not a real big cinnamon person. I'm not real big on cinnamon. It's very rare that I eat things with cinnamon. I mean, I did like it. It was good. Just not something I had very often. I love Apple Jacks. I always loved Apple Jacks. I haven't looked to see if they had Apple Jacks here. Yeah, Apple Jacks was one of my favorites growing up, and Quisp. I loved Quisp, but that's kind of hard to find. But I think Quisp is basically kind of like a different version of oh Yeah, Quisp is kind of similar to Cap'n Crunch, I think. Yeah, I mean they are really good, Tim. And I love the cocoa pebbles, and even the fruity pebbles are good, which I can get those here too. And I think the other shops on Lazada sell the fruity pebbles as well. I don't think it was just that one that doesn't do cash on delivery. It's like y'all are dumb. It's like you're just losing money because there's going to be people that are going to want to buy stuff from you that, maybe that's how they pay and whatever. But I'm glad I can get the Pop Tarts and things like that. Well, see, and I don't usually eat it for breakfast. I almost never eat cereal for breakfast. For me, it's like a late night dinner snack or something for me. That's usually when I have it, is in the evening. That's when I like to eat it the most, is in the evening. Because it's not real heavy. It's like something I can eat, a little while before I go to bed, and I don't have it like just laying in my stomach like a bowl of spaghetti or something. It's like, that's why I don't like to eat heavy meals late in the day. It was blah. Um, Strawberry, wait a minute, what was it again? Sorry, the thing went away. What's it? Strawberry milkshake frosted flakes. I don't think I've seen that. I don't know though. Well, that's not the same. Yeah, that here they've got like strawberry yogurt cornflakes or something. I tried it once and it was all right, but that I can get. And then they've also got like a banana cornflakes. Well, that's terrible. Yeah, I always hated the cereals that weren't sugary cereals. Except for what was it? Grape nuts. Those really hard, like super hard, crunchy cereal. No sugar in that, but I used to load it down with sugar. But that stuff, you have to be careful when you eat it because it expands in your stomach. I do too. I'm a sugary cereal person. Um, Man, that grape nuts, I loved it. I used to love to eat grape nuts, but if you had to be real careful because you'd make like this bowl of it, thinking it's not that much, but it expands in your stomach. Oh man, yeah, it was really hard to eat. So yeah, that's not something I ate very often, but my dad used to buy that all the time, and so I did get to where I like that. I love Raisin Bran. I love Raisin Bran, and I can't seem to find Raisin Bran here either. I think I saw it once on Lazada. Seems like I did see it one time on Lazada, but I can't remember now. I think they were charging something ridiculous for it too. So I don't know why they want to charge so much for these cereals. I mean, I guess because they have to import them or whatever. I kind of like granola cereal. I don't know. I'm such a junk food cereal person. I always like the stuff that we shouldn't eat, but whatever. Oh God, $2. Oh, I can't even imagine. I'm sure here they're probably charging like 500 baht for a freaking box of Raisin Bran, just like 25 bucks or something. Something stupid. So ridiculous. I'm trying to think what other cereals I used to like. I always seem to like the same ones though, but I love Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks I really miss. I did see honeycomb on Lazada recently. I like honeycomb cereal. And I can't remember what they were charging for it, but I think it was about the same. It's like all those cereals that I really like are all kind of in the same price range. Ridiculous, the ridiculous range. But honeycomb was good. Apple Jacks. They do sell I know that Mary's always talking about Aldi. She's always talking about how good they are. Um, what was I getting ready to say? I forgot. Um, I have no idea. I don't know what in the world I was getting ready to talk about. Just that fast. It went out of my head. Um, oh, I know what it was. They do sell Fruit Loops here, and they actually don't charge a whole lot for the Fruit Loops, but they don't taste like Fruit Loops. Not like the Fruit Loops I remember. They are like weird. They have this like cardboard kind of like sawdust sort of a taste to it. It's very strange. I was buying Fruit Loops for a while, and it's like every time I got it, I just thought, this is nasty. This is just not good. Maybe that's why they don't charge as much. I know I used to love Fruit Loops, and I was so excited when I saw that they sold it here. Because you can actually buy, I can buy Fruit Loops right up here at 7-Eleven. I don't even have to order it on Lazada. But every time I buy it, it just has this bizarre, sawdusty, cardboardish kind of a taste to it. It's like, I don't know. What, Oscar? What are you crying about? You got food over there. Why are you crying? I don't know why he's always crying at me. What? Do you want to get on here and say something? You do? Well, come here then. Tan Man likes you. Well, come here. Hi. He's like, eh. Oh. You don't want to be held? He's not big on being held. You want down? You don't mind crying at me, but let me try to hold you, and you don't like it. I'm surprised he's let me hold him this long. He's a cutie. You're such a handsome boy. Oh, he is a baby. You're my baby? My little baby? I can't believe he actually let me hold him this long. He normally doesn't. You want to say hi? All right, I'll let you down. Okay. Oh, now you want to talk? Okay. Yeah, earlier my landlady came up to the window. She's like, you have black cat? I know, and he's like, I guess he'll be 9 years old this year. He's like 9 years old. Thank you. She came up the window and she's like, you have black cat? And I'm like, yeah. And she knows I do, but that's why she was asking me. She said, because there was a black cat outside and they thought that maybe he had gotten out. And at first I was like, oh dear. But I turned around and he was up on the cat tree. But there is another black cat that's been kind of wandering around out here. I've seen it a few times. So I guess she saw that cat and thought maybe it was him. And then she came up a little while later and she was like, can I have some cat food? And I actually ended up giving her a bag of cat food that I bought at the pet store the other day. It was that Maxima, because the pet store guy, he was like, "Oh, this is from America. It's like a really good brand," and he was like, it's real popular and whatever. So I bought a bag because they were almost out of food, and I thought, well, I'll try it out. I brought it home. He looked at that food and then looked at me like, "Are you kidding?" He was not interested. Poppy kind of liked it a little bit, but then seemed like he wasn't interested in it. So I had this whole bag of freaking Maxima cat food that they didn't want to eat. Even Lightning didn't want to eat it. It's supposed to be from America, but they didn't like it. So I just gave it to her. I'm like, "Here, just take that," because otherwise it's just sitting in here. Nobody's eating it. But maybe that cat out there will eat it if it's just a stray and, doesn't get fed regularly or something. It might appreciate it. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, I buy this stuff called Catty Cat. It's Catty Cat brand. And they get I used to buy the tuna in jelly because they liked it. But then one day they didn't have that one. Yeah, it's Maxima. I don't know. I don't. I kind of vaguely remember hearing about Maxima, but I'm not sure. That could be a deodorant for all I know. Um, but one day they didn't have the tuna in jelly that I was normally getting for them, but they had tuna in gravy. So I ended up buying the tuna and gravy one, and they loved that one. They were just like crazy over it. And then when I went to go get the tuna and jelly again, they didn't want it. They turned their nose up at it and were like, ugh. So now they get the tuna and gravy one. It doesn't last as long as the other one did. It's just because there's like more water and stuff in it. And I actually add water to it to try to keep them from getting urinary tract blockage and stuff, because that happens a lot in males because of the cat food. Like if you give them cheap cat food and stuff, it can cause crystals and stuff that can block them, and it can be deadly if you don't get them to a vet right away. And Biscuit had that once, and he was very fortunate. He was very fortunate that his bladder didn't explode. And he had to be on a catheter for like 2 weeks or something, or 10 days, I think it was. He had to be in a cage with a catheter in and all this. It was terrible. So I try to prevent that by always adding water to their wet food to make it so that they get plenty of water, because that can help. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on all that, but but yeah, they get wet food twice a day. I give them some in the morning and then some in the late afternoon. And then I always, keep dry food down for them so they can eat on that as they please. They're spoiled, and they know it. They know they have me trained. So, but they're my babies. They're my children. So what can I do? I really need more ice in this. Oh man. Some cats aren't that crazy about wet food for some reason. I've had a couple of cats that didn't seem that interested in wet food. Yeah, this just does not have enough ice in it for me. But I'm almost out. I just cannot believe that I got so low on ice. I never let myself get this low. I didn't really want to go out today. I just really just wanted to stay home and not go anywhere. Especially because it's a hassle now. It's a pain. Because it's like a lot of the places, oh gosh. A lot of the places that I need to go is in that direction, and that's where they've torn out the road because they're going to be putting down new, you know, repaving the road and everything. So now I have to go this direction. So I have to go like up here and then all the way around. Oh, oh no. I know I've done that before. I've bought expensive food that they didn't like. Oh no. Well, that's dumb. That's awful. Yeah, I really hope it's not going to really be 2 months. This road is all screwed up out here because that's going to be a big pain. Because it's like, it's going to be a nightmare to have to always be going this way and then going all the way around to go that direction. Ugh. Oh, what are you whining about? Always whining about something. That's what I'm sitting here doing. I'm whining about having to go up here and around to go shop. It's just frustrating because it's like a couple of the places that I go to regularly are literally just right up the street. So it only takes me a couple of minutes just to get up here. But, you know, because of this road, I'm going to have to make it, you know, 3 times as far or whatever. You know, it's like way out of the way just to go right here. I know. I don't understand. I mean, I'm hoping that he misunderstood and that it was really like 2 weeks, or maybe because he's speaking in English, maybe he said 2 months but meant 2 weeks or something, because that seems a little more reasonable. I just can't imagine it taking 2 months because they've already torn out the road. I mean, you know, the last time I went up there a couple of days ago, it was just dirt. So it seems to me like now it would just be a matter of filling that in with the whatever they're going to put down. Usually concrete. They usually make these roads concrete. It's not, I don't know if I've ever seen an asphalt road here. It's always concrete. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that seems more reasonable. So I'm hoping maybe he just said the wrong English word. You know, maybe he meant weeks but said months. I don't know. Because that does seem like, because also it's like all of these businesses along here are basically closed because people can't really get to them. So they've kind of like had to close up their businesses while this is going on. And I can't imagine that these people are going to be, you know, happy about having their business closed for 2 months. I mean, that doesn't seem right. So I don't know. I'm hoping it was just a mistake. And two, Oscar's supposed to go get his yearly rabies shot like next week. Yeah, like just actually a few days from now, I think. And the vet is up here. I know. Yeah, you're supposed to get your rabies shot in a few days. So I'm hoping the vet will be open because, I mean, literally, he's right there on that street where they're torn it out. Pardon me. Yeah. This just does not taste very good to me. If it doesn't have tons of ice in it, I'm telling you, the flavor changes if you don't have a lot of ice. It's just not as good. That's when you grow up in the South, you know, it's just like a thing. And it's like, Could I have a little bit of drink with my ice, please? Just, I don't know. Lots of ice, please. Mm. I don't know if I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to practice anymore tonight. I didn't really practice as long today as I thought. Oh, man. You mean for 4th of July? Oh, man. Sorry, I was trying to read it on the laptops. I do want to. I really do. I'm going to try. The next time I go out to try it, I'm going to put on my outdoor wheels and I'm going to tighten them more than I had them tightened when I had them on the other day when I had the snake encounter. Um, because I had them, to where they weren't so tight that they don't spin very much. I had them where they spun a lot. Had they been tighter, I probably would have been okay. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try tightening the wheels more so that they're not as spinny and see if that helps. And I've actually been talking with this guy on this channel I came across the other day. Yeah, the 4th of July is Independence Day. 2 inches of rain. Oh no. Yeah, the 4th of July is Independence Day. I don't even know why they bother to celebrate it anymore because America is not independent anymore. I mean, they've taken away everybody's damn rights in America, so I don't know why they bother. Anyway, don't even get me started. Ugh, just irritates me. But yeah, I've been watching this channel that I came across the other day. This guy, he goes around and he's skating at the skating rink and he's filming the skaters, on the rink and stuff. It's really cool. Well, thanks. It's really cool. So anyway, I've been commenting on his videos because I've really been enjoying watching these people skating, just out there skating, and he's just filming them and stuff. So I was commenting on some of his videos, and we've been kind of talking back and forth in the comments about, me trying to get up the courage to go skate outside and about my wheels being really spinny and all this stuff. So, but he agreed that, if I tighten the wheels up some, that should probably help, so that I'm a little more confident in trying to skate on the concrete. And he even suggested the very thing that I've been wanting. He said that, if you could find, he said if I could find, like a track or a tennis court or, a basketball court or something like that, that would be ideal. And that's what I was wanting to try to find. I've just got to figure out, though, if I'm allowed. Because here it's like things are just different. It's like in America, you can go to a school, especially in the summertime if school's closed or whatever. You can go, go on the track or, any of the outdoor sporting areas. Well, thanks. Even though I'm not in America, but I'm an American. But you can go to places like that and it's not a big deal. But here I don't know if you can do that or not, because I've been by some of the schools and they've got it like all locked up and stuff, it's the outdoor areas. So it's like I don't know if they allow you to go and use that stuff here or not. So who knows? I am going to keep looking because I would like to find someplace better to skate than just the concrete. I mean, if I could find a track or something, that'd be ideal. I've just got to get over that fear. But today I decided, okay, part of my problem of going outside to skate is the fact that I don't have things to hold on to or grab a hold of like I do here in the house. So today when I practiced, I really made a serious effort to not hold on to or grab on to anything in here when I was practicing so that I can try and get used to not having something, not doing that. So maybe that'll help me when I go outside, because that's the thing that scares me is everything's so open and there's nothing there. So it's like, you know what I mean? I know, well, I don't know, Tammin, I don't think you saw my video from yesterday when I went to the park. That's why I went to the park, because that sidewalk that goes around through the park has grass on either side of it. And that's why I went there, because I thought maybe I would feel a little bit better having grass on either side, but I still chickened out. As soon as I started to go, I mean, I didn't have on my outdoor wheels. I had on my indoor wheels because I thought, well, maybe I'll try those because I was scared of the other ones since they're so spinny. So I didn't have on the right wheels. I had them with me, but I didn't want to really change them out. And so I chickened out. I went just a little tiny ways on the sidewalk and came back and said, no, I can't do it. I freaked out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, you can check out that video. Of course, in that video, I'm talking about my nightmare experience with the snake. Well, thanks, and please comment. I really need the comments. I seriously need them. I need people to start commenting on my videos. I know, I seriously have considered doing that. I really did. I thought about that. I mean, that was the nice thing about the park, is that there are these benches that you can sit on in the grass next to the sidewalk. So it's like I was able to sit on a bench. I had the bench to hold on to get up and down. So it wasn't low to the ground or anything. It was kind of low to the ground, but not so low that it was, like sitting on the sidewalk. Well, I'm really good. I'm really good. I'm really glad. I'd like to be really good. I'm sorry. I'm just. I meant to say that's really good. I'm really glad. Oh, brother. Anyway, with the benches that are there in the grass, it gives me an opportunity. Well, thank you. It is a really pretty park. It's a very nice park, and it was actually really nice that no one was there, because I'm a little nervous about people watching me trying to skate, because I feel like I look like a complete idiot out there. I know people are probably going to be going, oh my God, what is this old woman doing out here on skates? But I'm surprised, man. I'm telling you, all these videos I've been watching lately of people at skating rinks skating, I noticed it last night. I'm like looking at all the people and I'm going, all of these people that are skating are adults. I didn't see any kids. They were all adults, and some of them older than me. There was this one woman that was out there skating around, and I mean, she was just jamming out to the music and skating all around. This lady had to have been in her like late 60s. And even that guy that has the channel that I was talking about, where he skates around filming on the rink, He said he will be 66 this year. And he's out there skating around, filming. I mean, filming people skating with skates on, you know. I'm not so crazy. It's not so insane. It's very inspirational. It really is. I'm so inspired when I see these things. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, so I'm gonna go back and try again. I'm gonna have to go back down to that park again because it really is a good place to try and do it. Especially having the grass. I've just gotta get I just gotta get past that fear of not having things to hold on to. But that's why I said, I'm gonna start practicing in here, which I did today, and I did pretty good. I'm gonna just try my best to not grab on to things and, trying to do it completely without holding on to a table or a chair or anything at all, because that's going to be more like what I'm going to be experiencing out there, wherever I end up skating. Lightning, not now. I hear lightning out there. He's wanting to come in, probably because he wants to come in and eat. That's really all he wants to do, is he wants to come in and eat. Just, oh well. I probably ought to get off of here and go give him some food. I don't know if I'm going to practice anymore tonight. I've already moved all my stuff back. I had it all moved out of the way, because I was practicing earlier, but I put it all back in place, and I probably ought to just go to bed and get some sleep. And then maybe tomorrow, if the weather's nice, maybe I can go try it again out there, change out my wheels, tighten them up, and go give it a whirl. See what happens. Because I'm really anxious to see what it's like to actually have room to skate, instead of just a couple of feet. Since that's all I've gotten here, it's like, okay, just. But at least I have gotten better now to where I can skate around in a circle in here. So at least I feel like I'm skating a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I do want to get some a recording though of skating sounds. That's what I really, really want. And I was asking that guy, but he never really said if he would do it or not. Thank you. I asked that guy, but he didn't ever say. Maybe he didn't want to. I was hoping I could get him to make a recording, especially since he's filming, people skating. If I could just get like a 30-second recording of just the sound of the people skating on the rink without music or anything like that. And then I could loop that sound, because I want to make my all about atmosphere video of a skating rink role play. But I want to have that sound, and I can't seem to find any skating sounds, on the free YouTube library or on this other site that I go to get sound effects and things like that. I can't find anything. I found one that was supposed to be roller skating. I know, I really want to do that. I found one that was supposed to be roller skating, and I listened to it and I'm like, that doesn't sound anything like roller skating. I mean, it literally sounded like somebody was just kind of going on a table or something. It didn't sound at all like it. And then I tried to record myself. I put my tablet down on the floor and I was trying to like skate around on the floor, but it does not sound the same because this is tile. And there's like, every tile has like a crease. So it's like you're going over these like creases in there. So it's kind of like clunk, 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 clunk. It just is not, it's just not really what I want. But if I can't find that sound, use a skater background. I know, I thought about that. I was thinking about that, Tan Man. A skater background, if I can find it. You mean like that? No, see, I don't want to do that. If you're talking about, like, you know how people put up backgrounds that looks like a hair salon or something like that. I think that's what you mean. I mean, I thought about that, but I'm gonna have I'm gonna do my own thing. I've got my lights that I'm gonna have going in here. I'm just gonna create this atmosphere of like a skating rink. Yeah. Well, see, no, I want the whole. I've got this whole idea in my head of how I want to do it. Whether I can actually do it is another thing, because sometimes I have these grand ideas in my mind and then I go to do it and I'm like, I'm not sure that I can make this work. But I really want to, because I would love to create that feeling of being in a roller skating rink, and having all my little lights and things going in here that I've got, because I've got lights that'll go on the walls and stuff. I know, I want to make it soon. I really do. I'm like really anxious to make it. I've been wanting to ever since before I even got the skates. I mean, it's like as soon as I knew I was going to get skates, I started thinking, oh, I'd love to make a role play of this. And now that I've got the skates and everything, I can. But I just need that sound, because it's like I really want to have that in the background. I hope so. I love doing those videos. I don't do them very often because I know that they're not typical ASMR, so I know a lot of people might be like, well, I don't really understand why this is ASMR. To me, it is. To me, it is, because I've always experienced ASMR. I can experience it anywhere. I could be in a busy bus station, a busy airport, whatever, and I can still experience ASMR. And that's why I like creating these. I'm glad you enjoy them. I know it might not be for everybody, but I love to make those videos. I love to make them because I get to get, it's more creative for me. I loved those. I'm telling you, I had so much fun making those videos. I enjoyed it so much. It's a lot of work when I make these. I mean, it takes me sometimes days or even weeks to create them, because I have to look for certain, music, certain sounds, all this stuff. I have to change things. I have to, change the audio. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into it, but it's the most fun for me. It really is. Those are the ones I love to do the most, because I'm trying to create an atmosphere that draws you into it so that you feel like you're actually there, experiencing whatever it is, So it's like, like my camping videos, I had cricket sounds in the background, and, a campfire sound and things like that, so that you actually feel like you're a part of the experience. And it's not just, me just sitting there talking and, having something in the background or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I love to do them. I love them. They're just so much fun to make. That's why I really am wanting to make this one, because it's like, I think it would be a lot of fun. But I really need that sound effect. Well, I'm going to get going anyway, Tan Man, but I'm glad you got to come in. Well, thank you. I hope people will enjoy them. I really do, because it's like, why not? It doesn't, ASMR does not have to be just whispering and silence in the background. There's more to it than that. And I just think it's a lot of fun, and I think other people could enjoy them if they just open their mind to it. So anyway, I'm going to get going, but you go get something to eat. And I appreciate everybody that's come in and hanging out with me. I know this was not typically how I do these lives on here, but I don't know. I screwed up this week. It does me too. I can't stand silence. I cannot stand silence at all. And so, yeah, it makes me have anxiety as well. So, anyway, thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate it very much. Hopefully, you can come back next week when I do my next live. I'm assuming I'm doing another one next Sunday. So, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. So, have a good one, everybody.